Thanks for checking out my review of this book, The Magic Order, issue number 1 by Mark Millar, Millar World. It's the first book since Netflix bought Millar World. It's a very good book. I'm going to tell you what I liked about it and what I possibly don't like. To get started, there's a QR code in the inside of this cover. You scan that QR code and unlocks the filter for Facebook camera. You then bring this cover into view of the camera, and then this whole animated sequence happens. Originally, I was going to show it off of my phone, but I decided it's best if you can manage to get your hands on a copy of this book for you to see it for yourself. The cell phone video might not do justice, but it's a cool scene nonetheless. This is written by Mark Millar. The artist is Oliver Copel. Dave Stewart is a colorist. Peter Dotrey is a letterer. Melina McCulloch does design and production, and Rachel Fulton is the editor. Covers also by Oliver Copel with Dave Stewart and Adam Hughes. I apologize if I butchered anybody's name in there, but this book centers around the Moonstone family, the father Leonard, son Gabriel, another son Reagan, and the daughter, I can't remember her name, Cordelia Moonstone. This is a scene of Cordelia in custody, by the way. The first scene is very intense. A wizard gets killed. Like, I don't know what else to say. That's crazy. There's some other things that happen later on in this book that show the severity of the situation of this issue, but this mysterious figure here, which if I go to the back of the book, there's a better picture of the mysterious figure right here. He's going around killing off wizards apparently. Nobody knows why yet. Nobody knows what the motive is. It's just crazy when you think about it. But it's such a severe situation that it's got all the wizards' attention, especially the Moonstone family, because obviously this book centers around them right now. I don't know if the story centers around the Moonstones exclusively, but I figure they're probably the main characters. This is the ceremony of that wizard that got killed. His name is Edward Lazowski. This scene you might have seen on social media. I know I've seen it. A little animated version of these panels. It's called the Ceremony of the Broken Wand. It's the funeral for Mr. Lazowski. They throw his broken wand into the grave with him. But this scene really hammers home the severity of the situation. It's almost like the wizards are spooked. I don't know if they should be, because again, this is only the first issue, but a lot of the wizards seem to be spooked, like, because they don't know what they're dealing with or why they're dealing with what they're dealing with. But it's definitely an attention getter. This book does a good job as far as going into some of the history of the Moonstone family. Most importantly, Gabriel. So Gabriel's probably going to end up being the most important out of them, because Leonard sends Reagan to check in on Gabriel, I guess to kind of convince him to come back to the fold, so to speak, and help with this issue that's now at their doorstep. Gabriel doesn't want anything to do with it. Gabriel's just trying to live a normal life with his wife, giving up magic, giving up wizard stuff. It's crazy. Like, this book does a good job at presenting a problem and also leaving you wanting more. Like, how are they going to handle this? Who's a mysterious figure? Are more wizards going to die? Like, it's crazy. It's a lot to happen in one issue. I would recommend this book because this book felt like you were watching something you would see on Netflix, like a legit mature show on Netflix that focused on wizards. Maybe it's just the writing, maybe it's just a coincidence, but this is pretty exciting. This book, already is exciting, but the more exciting thing about it is that it could be turned into a series on Netflix or a movie. I mean, the possibilities are endless with whatever comes out of Millar World and cinematic adaptations. I would recommend this book. This book isn't for younger readers. Obviously, it's very mature reading as far as the violence, the severity of the issues in this book. It's rated M. I don't know if you pay attention to ratings. I don't. I don't have to. But if you're a parent who has children that like wizards and stuff, you need to pass this book on by because it's not for them. Now, if you want to buy it, great. But I wouldn't obviously recommend this for anybody other than an older fan. The only downside to this book, and this isn't really on the book, is the price tag. It's $3.99. Some might consider that a little high, especially if it's going to be an ongoing series. I think it's only going to be 6 issues if I'm correct, so it's not too bad. I don't mind paying $3.99 for like miniseries, but for something that comes out once a month for 4 or 5 years, it can be kind of expensive. I think $2.99 is a good price for comics. $3.99 I don't mind, especially like I said for miniseries, but that's usually like my cap. Because if you're like me, you want to buy the issue, but if there's also a cool cover, a cool variant, you want to buy that as well, and it can get to be pretty pricey if you buy more than one copy of the issue, you know, whether it's the regular cover plus the variants. That's my only real complaint, is the price tag. I would recommend the book though. I could be wrong about the 6 issues, but I believe I read recently that it's only going to be like a 6-issue series. But like I said, I could be wrong about that because I don't clearly remember the specifics of that article. I think that is correct because I was reading also. Oh, that's another thing. The first issue is only gonna have one printing, so once it's gone, it's gone. I think that's why I'm a little confused because there's a lot to take in on this book and this one article because they're really trying to hammer in the like collectability of the book. Sometimes when you have multiple printings, it kind of cheapens the value of the book. But this book is only going to have one printing for the first issue. I can't recall if that's going to be across the board for all the issues, whether if it's 6, the complete 6 issues, or if there's more than 6. I can't remember if it's only going to be one printing for every issue that comes out, or if it's just for this first issue. I feel like I want to say it's across the board that every issue is only going to have one printing. So if you don't get on the book soon, you might miss out. So get on it if you're interested at all, if you like Wizards, if you're a fan of Mark Millar. I know the first issue sold out already, from what my comic shop told me, but I don't think it's too late to order the second issue and on from there. It might be, because again, this is what I found out I think like 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I would recommend this book, and thank you for checking out the video. Make sure you support your local comic book shops, and I'll see you next time.